Good morning, San Antonio. Now, the Where's Cleto Show with Vanessa Martin. Join Cleto and Vanessa for a dash of San Antonio spirit. From foods and entertainment, destinations and more, sharing laughs and local stories with you. Tune in live on location, where San Antonio's heart beats the loudest. The Where's Cleto Show with Vanessa Martin, keeping it San Antonio.
If it was up to me, I'd get her on Thursdays, and no, I'm just kidding as well. But I'm just kidding, babe. No, they're just jokes. They're just jokes. Anyway, guys, we are here live at the Mi Familia at the Room. If you'd like to be part of our live audience, believe me when I tell you this, folks, we have plenty of chairs. They just opened right now. They just opened right at 10 o'clock. Come on down, get yourself some delicious food, sit back, dinner, breakfast in a show, if you will, because it's already 10 o'clock. And speaking of breakfast, we're going to show you a little bit of what they have here around 10:30-ish. Back by popular demand, because our girl here was not able to taste some of that last time, so she's going to taste some of it this time, and she's going to get a surprise pretty good. But speaking of food and Fiesta recap, you know, it's another Fiesta's done.
Yep,
it's already in the books.
Fiesta 2024.
2024.
Finished. You know,
how was it for you?
It was wonderful for me. I enjoyed it so much.
I saw.
Yeah, the food. Going with you guys was a great experience. Honestly, that was one of the best things. The best times I had.
Not me.
No. He's lying.
Actually, I had a blast with you guys at Nyosa. You know, I have to admit, through the whole ordeal, Fiesta, you know, it's funny. At one time, my wife and I, we didn't do Fiesta. But when I got with the news, it introduced me to more. I had to go to these events, and I really had a blast at these events, meeting people. And I think that was the biggest part, was meeting the people. And right now, I got to say that, yeah, definitely, I have a neck and neck. It was going out with you guys to Nyosa and hanging out with the boys, Tres Leches, for the parade on Saturday. And, oh, my goodness, let me just say right now, shout out to San Antonio for showing mad love to the Tres Leches in the parade on Saturday. More so, it was like a dream come true, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised. Was this your first time?
It was not my first time.
Okay. See,
and something happened this year that never happened before.
Okay.
And not even when I was Grand Marshal. When I was Grand Marshal on that float, I didn't get this. And it was kind of like, I got a little teary-eyed. I got a little choked up.
Okay, well, what happened? What was it?
So we're riding, and all of a sudden, and I kind of felt bad for everybody else. Because I was riding on the top. They had me in the middle, and I'm standing up, right? Okay. Danny and Roman are sitting down, and they had a queen there. She was sitting in the middle, and I was standing up, and I was just there. And all you heard was just Cleto.
Oh, Cleto, my God!
Which was really cool, but I felt bad for everybody else in the fire truck. But what was really cool was that, and what has never happened before, is I had heard folks all the way down, and they had, people were like, you know, hey, you know, just there was several people that said, we miss you. You know, and several people say go back on the news, and that really touched me. But the part that got me was we miss you, and then they started saying something they never said before, and as we love you, and that was like, oh man, I'm like, hold on a minute, you know, because normally you just like, you know, giggles and laughs, and hey, there's a crazy. One lady said, one lady around Mi Theater area, she was out there, and she goes, Cleto, man, Cleto, I love you with your crazy. And I just started cracking up, and I said, that is so funny. And then the other thing that got me was probably a row of people. They started here, and it got to the end of the row, and they just chanted, Cleto, Cleto, Cleto. And I was just like, wow. And I was just like, you know, that was awesome. That was amazing. That was kind of like, I think every entertainer, you know, whether it be after a gig, after a show, you know, you want that encore, you get that encore, you get that standing O or whatever. And it just, does something to you. But that right there, I mean, here you are. You've been irrelevant. I mean, to me,
I wouldn't call it irrelevant.
Well, I mean, ever since this show came on, it's been really kind of boosting back up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And then I heard people, hey, where's Vanessa? Where's Margret? And that was cool because, and then, where's your wife? I go, she's right here. And it was cool because they're now familiar with the show.
That's
which was
wonderful.
like, where's the girls? And a lot of that. Like, where are your girls? Where are your girls? Like it's my harem, and it's, and let me move over here. I'm over here too far away. And, but yeah, it's kind of, it was touching. It got me teary-eyed a little bit. And, seeing all the people, just, Cleto on one side, Cleto on this side, and you just kind of like, man, you don't realize in 9 years on the news what you did. And then not only that, but it was because a lot of people were quoting, "You got Takis." And that's from City Based Cinema, the commercial I did. I'm like, Takis, and they're saying that up and down Commerce Street, Maine. And it was just kind of like a real touchy moment for me. So it was kind of cool.
I love that story so much
really cool.
for you because, obviously I haven't known you very well for very long. It was like, go live and become friends. That's
right. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much thrown in here. You're by your comadre over there. Hey, here, fly. If they like you, they'll keep you,
But getting to know you specifically, right? And seeing you. But I've known of you. I've watched you guys on the news. That's actually how Vanessa and I became friends. But I've always known of you. I've always known who you were. But just seeing you now in this phase of your life, like you are relevant. You've always been relevant, to be honest. No, I mean, you're recognized. I remember seeing you out before we personally knew each other and recognized. Of course, I knew who you were. And
you're the one.
Yeah, it was me. But it's been wonderful. And I have to also say that I had the privilege of going to the Tres Leches performance on Friday.
Let me tell you, out of all shows, it was so funny. We talked about it on Saturday. I'm telling Danny, because Danny couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling Danny, I said, bro, Roman had his best set ever that I've seen. I mean, he made me work, is what he did. And not only that, but I was like, I was telling my wife and everybody in I go, yeah, it was kind of cool. And I go, Margret showed up. I go, yeah, and they go, is that the first time Margret's seen? I go, oh, hell yeah, that is the first time she's seen me. I'm like, and out of all shows, for me, it was not a good one because when I saw Roman's set, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to be doing new stuff today. Because, I mean, he was on a roll. He just killed it. He killed it big time. And I was very proud of him because he literally just came across and just stole it. I mean, he was on from the get-go. He did new material. His new stuff killed. I was like, well, I'm going to try new stuff. And I was like, so I did my new stuff, my champagne taste on the beer budget stuff. Yes. And, I'm going to see where it goes. So now I found a date. I believe I'm going to film my third special in August. So now I got 3 months to perfect it and get it right and get it going. And I put that on myself because I won't do it if I don't. Okay. So I put that date on it. But man, Roman, so you saw me on a bad night.
That was not a bad night to me, honest to God.
To me, that was a bad night.
You guys all killed it. I mean, it was hit after hit after hit. We all had a blast.
Let me tell you something. She's the perfect person to have at a comedy show. My wife goes, man, Margret was having a ball. She was rolling almost everything.
Yeah, we had a true blast. And I'll tell you something. I lost my voice laughing. This weekend, I was sore and my throat, if you can tell, it's still like kind of weird. And I was like, what did I do? Why is my throat acting up? And I was like, I know I was doing something. It was the laughing. I lost my voice laughing at these guys. I mean, it
was a great show. Ryan Herrera, who had a birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan.
Ryan, happy birthday. And he's Roman's son.
Yep.
Wow.
Roman's son. Mm-hmm. And they both killed it. Porfirio killed it. He went out there and did his thing. He actually was trying out his material before he got on.
Oh, he did really good too.
But
he was like the MC, right?
He was the MC. So it was, and then the girl that wanted to do stand up, that was sitting next to y'all, she was pretty funny too afterwards.
Oh, that girl had the time of her life.
Yeah, she did.
Like she was, yeah. And I will also tell you something else. Afterwards, I got a chance to talk to Porfirio, and he just had the most flattering things to say about you. Oh, I will tell you. So
him and I are doing something coming up for new comedians. We're doing a workshop for some of these comedians. And again, it's just, I remember I posted at our last show that, it's not a hard thing to have a clean set. I mean, you can still do your dirties or whatever, but it's not a bad thing to have it in your arsenal, just to have a clean set on hand to get you paid more, seen more, that kind of thing. Believe it or not, it's what it does. But I mean, some want to do it, some don't. So anyway,
it was a clean set.
Yeah. So I mean, thank you again for coming. I appreciate the support. Vanessa, take notes. And I'm just kidding. Vanessa couldn't make it. She had a little girl, and it was a cool little room. Yeah. I mean, for being out there in Cibolo, it was a cool little room. And my wife was a little, she's kind of worried about, afterwards because. I was driving home, and so it's like, hey, One Eye Jack, you ready to go? And I said, yeah. So then I'm driving, like, hey, But I was talking to a couple of attorneys, and I say, if you have a patch, is it all right? You can still drive? And I go, yeah, you can still drive. Anyway, well, let's do a quick roll call.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we've got some live people. Emerson says, hola, one of the tres leches. Boyardees, Chef Boyardee.
That's right. We had chef hats, and again, shout out to Priscilla Sanchez Hurt, who invited us and put us in these awesome, aprons and chef hats, and we did look like Chef Boyardee.
That was so cute. I loved it. Actually, it was so cute.
Everybody was in aprons and everything,
and they did follow through with the tres leches at the performance. So the cake was spectacular. Thank you guys for providing that.
I had 3 of them.
Dude, that was a treat. And my friends kept taking more. And I was like, but there was plenty.
I was over there, save some.
Yeah. It was a great addition because we had that spicy food from next door. So
was it good?
Great. Yeah, it was good. Oh, okay. It was really, I love a spicy.
It was a Jamaican restaurant. Yeah. Come on, man.
You couldn't do it.
Caribbean jerk, man.
Did you at least try legit nachos?
I did that.
How did you feel?
All right. Oh, not too bad.
It was spicy.
I washed it down with a tres leches cake.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you had to do. Emerson says, don't feel left out. We also still don't know Cleto very well. He's talking to me.
Right,
It seems like y'all are besties, Emerson.
Emerson's good person of the show.
Good morning, Maxine. She's watching. So why does only some of them come up as when they're watching? John Turner says, good morning, watching on my break at HEB.
All right, John.
John at HEB. Awesome. Maxine says, good morning, beautiful people. Margaret,
morning,
hope
Maxine.
to see you Saturday. Yes, we'll try to be there, definitely. 919 and counting. We need the followers. That's what's happening, right?
Is that Nathaniel?
Yeah, Nathaniel.
So again, Nathaniel, our producer, is at the command center this morning, and 919, guys, we're in the 900s.
We're close.
We're right around the corner from getting 1,000. If you can go like and share our Where's Cleto with Vanessa Martin page, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yes, and of course, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching live. And if you're not watching live, thank you also later on. Yeah. So Reshmi, says, I missed it. I totally did not know it was in the evening. I thought it was during the day.
Oh, Battle Flowers? No, we do. I only do night parades.
Yeah, I wish I was there. Send me a reminder next time. Meta is limiting people from linking when doing events on Facebook now.
What?
I had no idea. And she saw the float live from KSAT News Tower. Wow. That's a cool location.
We didn't get started. We didn't get moving till about 9:30. And we were supposed to be moving about 7:45. Yeah, they had, I don't know if you saw it, but they had a fire truck, not ours, but another one, stall out right, like literally, I think, in front of where the KSAT camera was. So they had to wait till somebody came. And it was not like you could push it because of the brakes go on when you put on neutral. So you got to actually start it. They brought a car to jump it, and then they finally took it off the course. So.
That's terrible. Okay, let's get through these quickly. Raymond Flores says, good morning. Good morning. Emerson says
Morning,
only
Raymond.
those watching on Cleto's page are being read. Unless you look on the Cleto with Vanessa page, you won't see those comments. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. And then Elaine says, good morning. Good morning, Elaine.
Morning, Lane.
Emerson says, I saw someone hit a power line too. Wow.
Wow.
A lot of stuff went down.
It was a nice breeze on Saturday, and are we at 15 already?
Yes.
So we're going to go to a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and find out what's trending. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
We come from all walks of life, all races, all genders, all styles. We are more than a rock school, more than the art of dance. We are a destination for art, creativity, performance, and community. We are Anthem. Join us in our mission, enriching the lives of every student through the power of belief.
Three, two, one. All right, guys, and we're back. We are here live at Mi Familia at the Rim. We'd like to be part of our live audience. Come on down, have yourself some delicious food, and sit down and watch an incredible show by two incredible people.
That's right.
And I'm just saying, you know, not only do we keep it San Antonio, we keep it gassy.
Mhm.
So please come on down and be part of our gig. This is Margret Sandoval. She is the newest family member of our Where's Cleto with Vanessa Martin. And I'm going to be honest with you. She is doing a fantastic job. A lot of you are saying the same things. Y'all are like, Cleto, she's doing a fantastic job. Put up with you. You have no idea. It's like stuff like that. You know?
Oh, it's easy.
Anyway, so we're now. So what's trending, Margret? What's going on?
So apparently there was a list released by a company called Preplay. Preplay. And they have voted on the top cities that are considered walkable. Okay. And San Antonio came out as ranked as number 11.
Oh, okay.
And it causes a little bit of an uproar in the city that was numbered number 13. And guess who that was?
Oh, LA.
No.
New York?
Yes,
Okay.
New York. So New York was called number 13, and we were considered number 11.
How are they not number one? Because you can't walk anywhere? Or it's because there's not...
Well, I don't know who.
Is it like safe zones? I mean...
I guess. So
who is number one?
I don't know who number one is. You got to look that up after the show.
This is one of those...
I just know.
One of those shows, folks. We just give them the teasers.
We get half the information. So we were considered number 11, but who do you think that made upset?
Who?
New York.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They were very offended by that.
I would be. I mean, because you walk everywhere in New York.
But
I mean, you could Uber, you could cab it, that kind of thing. But I mean, you know.
Okay.
I would say walk.
You would say walk.
I would have thought New York would be number one.
You would think that? Okay. Have you been to New York?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay. Did you do a lot of walking?
I actually did a lot of walking.
You did, right? You have to.
Yeah,
you don't have a choice. But if you're going to go to one location, like a landmark, to another, you definitely have to have
Chicago's a walkable one.
I've never been to Chicago.
Chicago's nice.
They probably are up higher on the list.
I walked down Boston for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and a little bit is right. You just walk a little bit there. Because then, I mean, but they got so much history going on. So you got a lot of stuff over there. But
do you walk anywhere in San Antonio?
Not really, no. No, I don't.
Could you?
Wow.
Could you walk to your grocery store if you had to?
My grocery store, if I had to? No. It's 15 minutes away.
Okay. So mine is actually pretty close. So if you didn't know this, on the real estate world, there is a walkability score for every house on the market. They can score how from 1 to 10.
Okay.
I think my house has about a 5, which means that I can technically, if I wanted to, walk to the grocery store, to the gas station, to a couple of restaurants. I mean, walkability is relatable, right? Like how much can you walk or tolerate?
Okay.
But I think that that's a pretty fair rating. San Antonio has become a very accessible without transportation. I think that New York definitely is famous for taxi cabs for a reason.
Okay,
right. So I think they're kind of on the right track with San Antonio, especially with all of the real estate and multifamily units coming up downtown.
Okay.
Because if you live downtown, you can walk to quite a few places.
You are leading me into a story that I need to share.
Okay.
Speaking of walking downtown, this Saturday, Roman and I, we decided, hey, I'll park at the end of the parade. You pick us up. We'll go to the beginning of the parade.
Okay.
He goes, sure. He winds up, we were here parked. Come get us. He winds up taking the wrong turn and winds up on the freeway, and he's in traffic. So now we're like
downtown.
Downtown.
Oh no.
We're like an hour. No, we're like, I think we were 50 minutes away, about 50 minutes away from starting the parade.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So I tell my wife, if we walk it, we're not going to probably make it. So we rent a scooter. My wife and I rent a scooter.
The birds?
No.
Oh.
You sit down on it.
Oh, okay. You can actually have a scooter down there.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So because we found two scooters right by our car.
Okay.
And I was like, well, is it charged up? We don't know, but it says it on the app that it's 100%. Mm-hmm. So I go, babe, let's get two scooters and drive down there. She goes, what about your ride? I said, I'll be fine. Now, I don't know. I never ridden one of these scooters before.
Me either.
Not only that, but we couldn't get the other scooter to go. So I said, babe, forget that. Hop on the back. And then we are like Cool Rider and Grease 2. And we're in the middle of the road and traffic, parade traffic, almost getting hit by cars, almost hitting cars. My wife's in the back. Sweet Lord Jesus, don't let him crash. Don't let him fall us down. Don't let him make us fall. So I wind up finally, I'm like white knuckling the whole way.
Oh my God.
I get there and the police guy, one of the police chiefs or whatever was there, and he goes, I go, can we put our scooter in here? Because I gotta go find my float. And he goes, sure, I know who you are. And can I get a picture? I'm like, remember that feeling I told you I might have a stroke? This is that feeling. I get that feeling again. I thought I was gonna have a stroke. I'm talking too much. I'm like, this has got to be it. Sure enough, there I am. People are talking to me, taking pictures of me. I'm like literally thinking I'm gonna faint. I literally thought I was gonna like pass out. Then I see what's his name? Robin from 101.5 Kono.
Oh, okay.
And him and his guys. I took a picture with them, met them, parked my bike, went to the wrong fire truck. I had to go 2 more blocks.
Oh no!
So I go, Lynette, will you please find it? I can't even. I'm about to fall. I'm sitting in someone's chair. I don't even know where I'm sitting down for a little bit, and then finally we get to location. Roman's filming me.
Roman's there.
He's filming me, and he goes, "Wow, bro, what's going on?" I'm like, bro. He goes, wow, you all sweaty.
That was my next question. Were you sweaty?
Yes. My knees and my thighs are sore from just squinching down. My wife took all the seat.
Oh,
so
gentleman.
Yeah.
You were holding yourself up at the same time. Wow.
The Netherlands are not the same. Let's just say that. And I tell you what, it's kind of interesting. But so that was my first time on a scooter. That was my experience. My wife, she's filming. I didn't even know she's filming me. And she goes, are we having fun, babe? I go, making memories.
I'd like to see that
I
video.
have the video. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you because you can probably read it clear because it's iPhone.
Oh, wow. Well, yes, I can.
So, yeah, that was what was going on. And then, so what else is trending?
Okay, so there's some news about the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cowboy fans and Cowboy Nation. Yeah.
They resign?
Y'all are going to be in for a treat.
Okay.
Because y'all are re-signing Ezekiel Elliott. Wow. And, and the hits keep coming. They keep coming, boy.
Okay, in your opinion, was that a bad move for the Cowboys?
That was a typical move for the Cowboys.
Okay.
That was one of the, how can I put it? They never cease to amaze me. I mean, the picks or non-picks that they do,
okay.
they're a recycling team. They like to bring back some recycled players.
They're loyal.
Before we get to roll call,
okay.
I don't know, there's something else trending right now that a lot of people are noticing that, and a lot of this happened late Saturday, and that was the AB Quintanilla rant.
Okay.
Did you see that?
I saw a few things, comments here and there. Please tell me what is going on.
So it seemed like he wasn't getting the reaction from the crowd that he wanted. Okay. And that was, they were just sitting there.
So where were they?
They were at the Tejano Explosion, and I don't know where that's at, but it's somewhere downtown, I guess. And they're all there, and they're ready to have a good time. And all you see is him going, and, man, I can't believe y'all doing. Y'all can't even stand up. Y'all can't even clap. And I come all the way from Vegas, and y'all are doing this and that. And I mean, and he was just kind of like really upset, and he's like, he was offended by the audience. Yeah. And not only that, but it's like, first of all, so he's doing all this, he's saying all this stuff to them and that, you don't have to be here. It was like someone put a gun to y'all's head. And, oh my goodness. And he's just going off. I mean, he's just going off. And everybody. Did they pan the audience by any chance? Well, no, you can hear the audience. You don't have to pan them. They're like, F you, and get out of here, and you suck, and all this stuff. And I mean, he was saying he was never going to do that gig again. And, he says, I'm making hits, and y'all can't even appreciate it. And, and I think a lot of people, and he was like, this is my home state of Texas and San Antonio, and, to get this, I get love from Las Vegas, but I don't get no love here. And he was just saying all this stuff. And to me, I was just kind of like, that was odd to say that in the Tejano capital of the world, and you just don't do that. That's kind of like a career suicide kind of thing. Yes. But, it just, so yesterday, he puts out a video, an apology, and that he was going through some mental health issues and stuff like that. And again, I'm one of those guys that, look, all right, and you apologize, let's move on. Let's keep going. I'm good with that. But, people that were at the event were like, I mean, they're still commenting like, forget this guy, he's dead to me kind of deal. And it's like the Dan Lebatard thing, kind of how you mess with our town. Hey, maybe San Antonio's just chill. Maybe we're like, we're all fiestaed out. We're like, we want to just sit down and relax. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But to me, if you're going through some stuff and if you're coming out and you're bringing it out, then that's something to look at. It's something to keep in mind. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm a fan. And I'm easy to forgive, that kind of thing. Sure. I mean, so I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm pretty. I understand people have their highs and their lows. Yeah, I mean, but even comedians, we don't blame the crowd if we're sucking. I mean, we don't. I mean, I've been through. I mean, we had 17, 20 people on a Friday night. To me, in Cibolo, that's great. That was a nice, for the size of the room, it was perfect. Everybody had a good energy, and they were laughing, and they were doing all this. Your crowd. You make whatever you have work. Yep. You don't go in and, it's like, you just don't say stuff like that. I mean, again, if he was going through something, Maybe someone upset him. He was having a bad day. That's what I chalked it up to. Somebody must have ticked him off pretty bad because they're taking it out on everybody else. So anyway, what are they saying?
Well, in this culture, it's hard because they have that cancel culture, right?
Yeah.
And everybody has an opinion about everything.
You got that
days. Right. And
they're quick to go to the keyboard and their mama's basement over there in their chones. Yeah. Like, hey, all right, whatever.
And share, and you will never live it down.
Yeah, that's the one thing that keep coming up. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry that he felt upset about it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it happens, I guess.
You probably offended the audience also.
Everyone has your bad days.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, you got to forgive the guy.
I totally forgive him. I already forgive him.
Yeah, I did too.
Forgiven.
You're forgiven, baby.
Okay. So Reshme said, y'all can get to the millions. Woohoo, I hope so.
That'd be nice.
Elaine Fuentes says, good morning. Oh, okay, we went through there. I'm so sorry. Eric Velasquez says, good morning, Cleto.
Morning,
It's
Eric.
been a while.
It's been a while, sir.
Jennifer's watching. Jen, the one that went to the show with me.
Oh, nice.
Girlfriend.
How you doing, Jennifer?
She says, she's watching, and now she sees the comments.
There you go.
She was on the Anthem page, and that's because okay. Cleto's Emerson says Cleto's show is the safest place in town. No shootings.
That's right.
Don't worry. Cleto won't give you a tongue lashing for not being too enthusiastic.
That's right. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. And then Emerson says, Jennifer says that's because she's amazing. Imagine she's talking about me. Thank you, Jen. Cleto can walk. Emerson says Cleto can walk to get an iced tea.
That's right. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break, guys.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
I don't know what to do. Who do I call?
Do you know what it's like to be injured and helpless? Do you appreciate it when someone does not accept responsibility for an accident that they caused? I don't. And I don't back down from a fight. I will not stand by and watch my clients suffer, so nothing you can say or do will stop me from getting my client the money they deserve. I've taken on many cases like this one, and trust me when I say, you're no different. No more negotiating. My client will get compensated for their injuries so they can get back to what matters most. Serious injuries require a serious lawyer. At Marco Crawford Law, we are serious about getting you justice.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
One. All right, guys. Welcome back to Where's Cleto with Vanessa Martin, and we are here with Antonio. And get in here. Margaret, get in here, Margaret.
We're a little crowded.
Let me move this up a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
So we got Antonio here, who works here at Mi Familia at the Rim. And again, we want to show you, a lot of people don't know this little hidden gem, but they got a breakfast. They got that you would probably not expect. Because you come in a Mexican restaurant, huevos rancheros, chilaquiles,
famoso con carne de res, de puerco.
And they didn't know about this right here, this little secret here. And Nathaniel introduced us. I mean, can you show that right there? Toast, folks, with sausages, and they throw in eggs in there. I mean, you could put your own little huevos rancheros in there if you want.
Let me show you something. Let me put the syrup on the top.
Okay, do
this
that.
Is yummy.
And it's the right kind of syrup.
Yeah. The right kind of syrup,
and
the sweet one.
It's served heated,
Yes,
which is a very nice touch, to be honest.
So again, Margaret is our taste tester.
Yeah.
She is like always like
I'm good.
volunteering.
Stay
So
here.
she's volunteering. She's good to go. So we're gonna find out. I mean, I've been bragging about this French toast for a while.
Wow.
So Is this a big seller for you guys, Antonio?
Yes, sir. That's what people sell it for Saturday Sundays. That's
Did I tell you?
Saturday Sundays. That's really, really good, boss.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's the best seller for Saturday Sundays.
The best French toast I've had.
Right?
Honest to God.
Right?
Honest.
Yes, I'm
It's
telling
made
you.
with the perfect
Yes.
size bread where
Yep.
it's crispy on the outside and
yummy.
it has that center that's like soft.
Yes.
The flavor is fantastic. They dust it with powdered sugar, which is a little added touch. Oh, it's so delicious.
I'm telling you, I was trying to. I mean, Nathaniel told me about
Look
it.
at the size
Crispy
of this bacon.
Crispy bacon.
Crispy
Yeah.
bacon, not overcooked, perfectly cooked.
See, I'm one that I don't like crispy. I like soft.
Soft.
I love soft bacon.
Really?
I love me some soft bacon. And let me tell you, I'm just a fiend when it comes to breakfast sausage. I could do country sausage, or I could do sausage patties. I mean, I get this. You want to know what I eat when I get home?
You want to taste the sausage party?
You know, I got
Yes.
me a. Here we go.
What?
Yeah, she didn't even use fork. She used her fingers, Antonio.
Okay.
She just keeps it real.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps it real right there.
Yummy. You like a scrambled eggs, over easy eggs in the top?
Oh yeah.
That's really, really.
Oh, that's good, right? Oh,
That is so good.
That's good.
Is there a little ingredient in there?
No, ma'am. Just
Like it's just basic.
plain. Yes, the basic.
Because I taste a little orange, but that must be because the orange slice
That's
was
where
on
the
top.
orange
Oh,
is.
okay.
The orange and strawberry.
Oh my gosh,
That's really good, right?
so perfect.
Yeah.
Perfection. That is amazing. You were not lying.
I was not lying.
I
I'm telling
trust
you.
this man now. He has earned the right to recommend food to me.
I can't even take that credit because Nathaniel's the one that told me about it.
Oh,
And I was
Nathaniel eats so healthy.
I know. I was shocked too. I was shocked too.
That speaks to this French toast because Nathaniel is very selective on what he will eat that is not necessarily healthy. So if he's recommending this, then you know it's really good too. Thank you, Nathaniel. This is by far one of the best things I've tasted.
Antonio,
Not by far, but
Coming
it's
from
really
Mi
good.
Familia.
Yes.
Mi Familia. Come over here.
It's
Tell
everything
us,
for breakfast.
what is the lunch special for today?
The lunch for special today, I have like a Mexican plate. That's like a beef fajita, one enchilada, green enchilada, borracho beans, and rice.
Oh, there you go.
That's Mexican rice or white rice. That's the very
White rice. No.
Yes, sir. No white rice.
I go Mexican rice all day. That's just
Okay,
me.
I have Mexican rice.
I tell you guys, you need to come down. Mi Familia, proud sponsor of the Where's Cleto with the Vanessa Martin Show. Come down, try out this French toast for yourself. I'm telling you, I know when you because this is the way I think. If I'm already at a Mexican restaurant, French toast is the last thing on my mind.
Correct.
But trust me when I say this, have this French toast.
This is fresh.
This is fresh French toast. Trust me, you got to come try it, check it out for yourself. Antonio, I know you're busy. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
No, thank you, sir. Thank
Appreciate
you,
it, brother.
Thank you
so
very
for stopping by.
much. Wonderful.
Antonio, come
Thank
say
you so
come say
much
hi to
for
our
this
very
wonderful
own
treat.
our very own waiter right here. Antonio, he's back. He's back.
Oh
folks.
my God, this is
Did I
so
tell you that was the bomb?
amazing.
And look, I don't even think they put butter on it yet.
No, they did not.
It's just syrup.
Oh, they might have when they cooked it, but
yeah,
it
but other
is-
than that, they ain't
yeah,
like,
no, it didn't
me?
need butter.
I like butter like
Me
on
too.
top of
Me
butter.
too. Me
And
too.
then syrup, and then you put that warm syrup on the butter, melts it nice. Come on, stop. I'll slap somebody
Imagine
right now.
with the butter.
I will slap somebody right now. You have no idea.
Gosh.
So let's
It's
do a quick roll
amazing.
call.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, we have a lot going on here. Okay. Reshme says New Yorkers don't know how far distances are. They always say the place you're looking for is just a few blocks. Several blocks later, like 50 blocks later, you'll get to the location you were looking for. Cleto walks to his car. She knows you very well.
Reshme, that is so funny. And that's so accurate.
Yes. Yes.
I remember a friend of mine told me when he gets to New York, if I was you, buddy, I'd hide that chain, hide that watch. I said, okay.
Somebody told you that?
Yes.
Okay.
He goes, trust me, you don't hide it. They'll take it from you. I said, okay.
Okay.
So I have my watch, and I find this guy on the street, and I ask him, I go, hey, kid you not. I said, excuse me, sir, do you have the time? And he looks at his friend and he goes, hey. He goes, hey, do I look like Big Ben? Do I look like Big Ben to you? What the hell? I look like a clock? This guy's over here asking me what time it is. I'm like, he goes, I look like a big Ben. I go, no, you look like a jerk. It's like what I said, you know.
So rude.
It was very rude. I was like, man. I'm like, no, okay, I'm going to ask somebody else.
Jeez.
So I go and ask a lady. I said, excuse me, ma'am, the watch shoes. What do you want from me?
You're kidding.
Kid you not. Kid you not.
My God.
And she clutches her purse. And I go, ma'am, I'm just asking for the time. I don't want any money. I'm good. You got money? I go, oh, snap. I go, no, I don't have money. I'm just saying I'm good with the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had an interesting experience.
Yeah, very much so.
That is interesting. That's interesting.
Sausage is good.
Emerson says there are no fat people in New York. You walk so much there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. But it's mostly tourists that you see when you're walking the streets. But if I guess maybe if they're tourists because
he just got back from New York.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He would know.
Okay, that photo would have been $1,000.
What photo?
I guess the photo of that they're taking. I remember. We need to start watching reading these live. Reshme says all the people in wheelchairs have to wait 3 hours for a handicapped bus in New York. Oh, that's awful. Cleto with a scooter is dangerous. I have had to ride my scooter for years. You are not supposed to go on the street.
No, you're not supposed to be on the sidewalk. They said the scooter that we were on, they said it was not supposed to be on the sidewalk. It's supposed to be on the street. So that's why we were on the street.
Oh, God.
That's why I almost got killed.
Were you in the middle of traffic, like acting like a car?
Saturday would have been worse at the hospital.
Well, it would have been one downtown, so maybe we wouldn't have been able to get in there. And then Emer says, but you can't ride them on the sidewalks either. So he's right, Emerson, you're right.
Yeah, you can't ride them on sidewalks either.
Yeah, Thomas Herrera says, damn it, she's pretty, not a treat. But I don't know when we were talking about that moment.
Thomas Herrera?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that an attorney?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Okay, Emerson says, Cowboys are like the Alamo. It's not relevant anymore. All they say now is remember the Cowboys.
That's true.
AB just acting like his daddy.
Oh, there's a meme going around that his dad was going to put his cease and desist order or something like that. It was so funny. I laughed.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I've heard about him and his attacking all the like performers that are impersonating Selena and stuff.
That's crazy.
They're a hurt family, you know. No. I get it. Reshme says you can if you are disabled and need a riding scooter. Those one scooter bike looking things are only street and not allowed on the sidewalk.
That's right.
I see those young people always riding with those electric and scooter skateboard things, scaring wheelchair people and scooter people on the sidewalks all the time. Yeah. I guess she must be downtown often. I don't get to see those very frequently, but I trust that she's probably right. Emerson says he should blame his father. His father has turned off so many other musicians and promoters.
Yeah.
Emerson says even bad publicity is good publicity. This is true, Emerson. Ryan Herrera says good morning.
Happy
Thanks
birthday,
for coming
Ryan.
to the Chris Leche show on Friday. Yes, Ryan, you were amazing. And I just found out, obviously, that you were Roman's son. So interesting. I didn't know that.
This whole family, I mean, it's like Porfirio calls them the Baldwins.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all doing stand up and
that's so cool.
family and stuff.
So who else in the family is
Caleb? He wasn't there though.
Oh, okay.
He
Another son.
Another son, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Imagine living in their household, just comedy all day long.
I've seen them all together, and it's like that. Yeah, they're funny together. They'll come up with one will come up with a premise, and the other one will come up with a tagline. And the other one comes up. It's like, it's just one big show.
I imagine like getting after them was like difficult, and they're like, "Dad, are you being serious? I don't know."
I can imagine how that played out. So.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And it's funny because the other brother is the one I thought would have been the comedian, but he was like the entertainer, like he was a magician and stuff. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't like that at all.
Okay, so Thomas Herrera says y'all are still live.
Yeah.
And I think he has a medical suggestion for you. He says drink more water.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
You're probably right, Thomas.
You're right, Thomas. Trust me.
And then Emerson says do some pre-show stretches.
I am so sore from that scooter. It's not even funny.
The first time my little girl finished all her food, it's amazing. Nathaniel Villarreal says that about the French toast. I guess she must have finished this.
Wow,
plate. That's a lot of food for a little girl. How old is she? Do you know?
I have no. She's like 3 or 4.
No way.
Yeah,
she must have got the child's version.
Oh, she might maybe 5 or 6. I'm not sure.
Wow. Maxine says Margaret loves food. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Yeah, she does. We know it.
Yes. And, Emerson's talking about the scooter photo. Yeah, we need that. We need that photo.
I'll put that up today.
We need that photo.
I'll put that up today. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our final thoughts. And we might have this French toast still here. We might not. You know now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It won't.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
My name is Michael Lugo. I have the Lugo Group with San Antonio Portfolio Keller Williams Heritage. So the biggest life lesson that I've learned thus far, to never take things for granted. I've been through quite a bit in my career. I've really hit rock bottom. I've failed numerous times, and I never gave up. And that's something that I've always learned and will continue to do. Through all the obstacles and adversities I've been through, I'm extremely blessed to be at where I'm today, and very grateful that I can continue helping families get into their dream homes.
Good.
3, 2, 1. All right, folks, and we're back.
Yes.
I'm here with Margret Sandoval. It's Margret Monday. You know how we do it. And we are here at Mi Familia. It's an M Day.
That's
Mi
right.
Familia.
Mi Familia.
Margret Sandoval. Monday. And then Cleto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my
it.
gosh, come on. So I'm very excited today because after this, I got to go see my eye doctor. Finally get to see him.
Great.
Find out when I get this surgery out of the way. But I got to make I think it's going to definitely be after. I got a trip coming up to Portland. I got to do a gig up there.
Okay. What's the recovery? Do you know anything about it?
It's a few days, something like that.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it's not too bad. But if I remember correctly. But other than that, we were talking off camera a little bit earlier, and you were telling me about a series right now on Netflix. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. So I heard about this. It's actually what's trending on Netflix. It's the number one. It has the number one spot right now.
Okay.
It's a series, and it's called Baby Reindeer. Okay. Okay. And the series is actually, it's very well done, I have to say. The acting in it is spot on. The directing, everything is so enjoyable to watch. However, it's not necessarily a feel-good series.
Okay.
It covers a lot of topics that make us all a little uncomfortable.
So it talks about diets.
No, but there is a number 4, which is about your gut on Netflix. But anyway, so this story follows a comedian. Okay. Which is interesting, right?
Got my interest already.
Yeah. So it's a stand-up comedian who is not doing so well. It's his dream to be a stand-up comedy.
Definitely my alley.
Right. No, you're doing wonderful. Okay, but anyway, So he has a job as a bartender.
Okay.
And he ends up meeting a woman who comes in one day, and they exchange some kind words, and then she becomes like a regular. She's there every day, like, you know, and then it just slowly becomes a little bit of an obsessive relationship for her.
Yeah.
And the story is really interesting. I mean, it overflows to many different topics. Then you start out being very frustrated by the comedian, right? Like, why isn't he doing this? And why didn't he do that? And then as the series progresses, you start to realize, like, why all the answers you have in your head, you know, they end up being revealed throughout the series.
So now, is the series long or is it short?
We finished it. So it's seven episodes, and we did it all in one sitting.
Okay.
Because I couldn't stop. I just wanted to know the ending. Is that
good?
Yeah, it's really good. So you're obviously a comedian.
Yes. And when you were telling me this story, I said, you know what? That kind of happened to me. Yeah, it was really crazy.
Okay, tell me more.
Before I was married and I was single, and the comedian, I mean, I think I just got back from, like, me and my ex split, and I was in the middle of that between my ex and my wife.
Okay.
And I was just doing the whole entertainer thing, going on the road, you know, getting plastered, sleeping with different women, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was that thing. I was doing pretty good.
Okay.
I had to heal my wounds. And so
that was your me time.
That was my me time, yeah.
Okay.
And you know, but it was always at the end of the day, you know, you're alone. It's you. And I was so hurt by my ex that I would drink myself to sleep. I literally became a closet alcoholic.
Wow.
And I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew that. Not even my family. Because you tell one family, don't forget it. It's like CNN. They go tell the whole family. So I said, I didn't tell nobody. So I just would, at a bar, I would stock it, and I would drink till I was asleep. And, you know, there was that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, I was at a gig one day. It was on a Sunday. I'll never forget it. And I was part of this show, and I was the opening act. No, I'm sorry. I was the feature act, the middle guy.
Okay.
And there was these ladies there, and it was a Sunday crowd. Maybe not even half the room it was like a little less than that.
Okay.
It was like there's people in areas. So this one lady, this one girl, this female, she was a looker, and we connected eyes. And after that, I was, you know, she hung around, and I bought her a drink, and, you know, we were talking, and her friend said, "Hey, we got to go." And I go, "Where are you going?" And she goes, "We're going to go to the club. We're going back." They were in the Air Force.
Okay.
And I said, "Well, if you want, I could take you back to the base." And she goes, "All right." So her and I wind up.
So she separates from her friends.
Separate from her friends.
Stay with you longer.
Stay with me longer.
Okay.
We go, we're driving around, and then all of a sudden, we go to her dorm, whatever it was. Now,
on base?
On base, but no males were supposed to be on that side.
Right.
So she kind of snuck me in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in there in her room, and I see all this medication on her dresser. Like,
red flag.
Yes, like all this medication on her dresser. And I go, "Hey, is your roommate sick or something?" And she goes, "I don't have a roommate." So now I'm thinking, okay. And I'm like,
but she didn't answer the question.
No. So we wind up.
That was a good way to around that question, but go.
But me being the typical guy that I am, she's like, "I really don't want to be here. Let's go to your place."
Okay.
All right. So we go to my place. And then she wigs out. And she's like, "I'm there." And she's like, she comes to her house, and we, like, I go, "Hey, you hungry or anything?" And she's like, "No, I'm all right. I'm good." And then all of a sudden she just like starts like, "So do you have a girlfriend?" And like just starts freaking out and asking me all these stuff. And I'm telling her, like, "No, I don't." So after
she
a while,
goes possessive on you.
Yeah,
okay.
Like big time, and was asking me all these questions. And I said, "You know what? I should probably take you back." I got to get up early in the morning. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I took her back. We're there. She didn't want to get out of my car. And I'm like, oh man. I go, she goes, you're not going to call me, right? And I go, no, I'm going to call you. Oh, he goes, you're not going to call me. I go, no, I'm going to call you. Don't worry, I'll call you. Just trying to get out of my car. She finally gets out of my car, and I go, all right, see you there. Gone. So I had no plans on calling her back. And the next day, I'm out there playing ball with my boys. They dropped me off in my apartment. Who's sitting on my steps? Her.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
The next day?
The next day.
Okay.
And she goes, you didn't call me. Like, real, like,
oh
my
and
I said, you didn't call me. I'm like,
she's like,
I said, I was going to call you right now when I got, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to be honest, she was looking hot as all get. You're like, hold up, wait a minute, let me, where? You're like, hold on. And I was just like, wow, and all of a sudden it was like, she flipped out again. And I said, let me take you home, And then she goes, you don't want to take me out to eat? I go, all right, well, let's get some Jack in the Box. We're not going in? No, we're just take you.
Pick it up. What do you want?
I got $1 for some Jumbo Jack. Let's get that.
And the 2 tacos for $1. Back then.
Said, hold on, lady. I mean, come on. And finally, after a while, I told her, I said, look, I'm just.
You stayed talking to her for a while?
No, I had to tell her, look,
okay.
I went through a rough breakup. I'm just not in the mood. I just can't. I'm not in that position right now. And she goes, I get that. Thank you for being so honest. You should have told me that a long time ago. I'm like, yeah, I should have.
She's like, you just strung me along.
So that's kind of like, after that, I never messed with anybody else from the club. I said, nah, I'm good. No. Well, she showed up at the club too a couple times. Oh. Yeah, but not to talk to me, but to talk to my friends. Oh, and I'm like, have at it, my friend.
Your friend, she switched.
Yeah, she switched on me. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, whatever.
So this series is actually inspired by a true story.
They probably heard about my story. What are they saying? We go in.
No, Ryan says, thanks for the love. Tell your friends. More cool stuff coming up. Follow me on Instagram. And he has his Instagram link. So follow Ryan. He's a great little comedian. He's awesome. And then Emerson says ASMR, LOL.
Don't know what that means either.
Explain that, Emerson. We don't know what that means. Yeah.
Can I buy a vowel?
I know. One. Yeah.
So, all right. So we got 2 minutes, guys. And what was the final thought for you?
The final thought was, well, while we're on this little down topic, it's interesting that they did cover some mental health issues. So, that is a real issue, mental health, mental wellness. So just take care of yourself.
Yeah, this thing with this girl, I bring it up and I don't like to use the word crazy. I mean, I wind up being the spokesperson for mental health a few years ago here in the chapter of San Antonio. And I was like their superhero kind of deal. And I was aware. And the reason I jumped on that was because my dad suffers from bipolarism and schizophrenic. So, and I found out through the organization that they don't use that word crazy because a lot of it's a stigma that everybody connects it to as something really condescending and negative.
Sure.
And I myself, with this young lady, I understood there was something going on, but I didn't know what. This is before I knew what the words insecurity meant. Before the words what was the other thing? Mental health. Just that in general. Didn't know what it was, and all I knew is that my dad, we thought something was always wrong with him, but we didn't know what.
He was undiagnosed.
He was undiagnosed.
Okay.
And then finally got diagnosed.
That must have been difficult.
It was. We thought he was possessed. We had no idea. No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah, we thought
my goodness.
He just flipped out.
So because he would have moments where he would be like
1 minute he's talking to you, the next minute he's cussing you out.
Oh gosh.
So we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
We just thought he didn't like us, whatever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that at all. And then we found out he was dealing with this and he was suffering through it, and we finally got him some medication, and he's able now to now it's like we got the dad that we've always wanted.
Oh, that's good.
And because it was like that for years till he was up in his his age and stuff. But other than that, and I got to follow suit on that, because my final thought would be like, hey, we saw Abe Quintanilla this weekend, and he brought up mental health, and no matter, you don't know what people are going through each day. You don't know what they're one thing I learned was the fact that before you judge them, you got to put yourself in their shoes. You got to see exactly what they're dealing with and what's going on in their head and their mind. And it's not an easy fix. I've witnessed this thing firsthand. And for myself, it's just one of those things that if I know you're going through it, I'm definitely putting it in prayer. I'm definitely asking, questions to say, well, what can we do to get them right? What can we do to help them? It's like something my wife always says, do the natural that the Lord could do the supernatural. It's like something that just it just hit and resonated with me, and I said, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. So definitely my final thought would definitely, don't judge a book by its cover. Give it a benefit of the doubt. And again, it's always a good thing to forgive people. And again, like we were saying that if somebody's asking for forgiveness and they're really sincerely like, man, I screwed up, or I wasn't in the right frame of mind, or I didn't even know. I mean, you gotta give them that, because only they know, and only know that they don't know what comes. You can't control that sometimes. It just comes out.
Yeah.
My dad he threw a coffee cup at my aunt. Yeah.
His sister or
his
your mom's
sister-in-law.
Oh.
Yeah, he threw a coffee cup at her.
That's harder to forgive.
Yes. Oh, yeah, my aunt didn't forgive him at all.
Yeah.
It actually, later on in years, she did. But it was, they still had that love-hate relationship. But, anyway. So, guys, I've gone over my time. But thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. And make sure to go ahead and follow us on the Where's Cleto with Vanessa Martin page. We're actually trying to get to 1,000.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. So thank you to Margret. Thank you to Nathaniel. And we'll see you guys mañana.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.